Hey artists and art lovers, I want to talk about art style this week. It's something that I think beginner artists really want pinned down immediately, but more intermediate and advanced artists realize
that's something that takes a long time to develop.
That changes often can, depending on the person. If you're not very far along on your style journey,
it's okay.
If you want to spend a little time figuring out what your art style is, this tool that I'm about to show you will help immensely. It has for me. Let's get started. So what is this magic tool that is going to help me figure out my art style? Well, I'm going to tell you one thing that you can do to begin to work on that, and that is repetition. And when I say that, I don't mean doing the same thing over and over and trying to make it perfect. No.
Scratch that.
Draw the same image, but do it in different ways. Don't think about
changes or
how you're going to do this and how you're going to do that. No. Analyze the data later, but first you need to create. That's really going to quiet that critical voice that's telling you that, oh, this doesn't look very good.
No.
Scratch that. We're not here to figure out if this looks good right in this moment. We're creating. So you want to pick an image. Anything that you like.
Whatever.
I chose an image from my Inktober series back in 2021. This specific prompt was compass, and I interpreted that as like a roadmap, and I chose a neutral color palette. The second one, I decided to
take a more natural approach.
I wanted to try to do some color mixing and get some more realistic skin tones, really just exploring again without too much thought. You can see that I eliminated the roadmap part of the face, so it's just a basic portrait. This is gouache that I'm using, again, by the way, but I'm watering it down a little bit more.
And it's giving it a more watercolor effect.
So for this second attempt, you can do anything that you want. So when you're in the zone and you're actually making your images, set that critical voice aside.
Be in the moment, be in the zone.
Once you've completed this series, you can look back at what you have and then dissect that. It's hard to compare apples and oranges. If you make different images, you make a figure drawing and a portrait and you try to compare them,
it's not quite the same thing.
If you want to get nitty gritty and kind of figure out a specific style of something, this is the fastest way to get you closer in thinking about shape, color, technique, what you want to try to recreate. If you want to build a style, you have to be able to recreate the style.
If you have a short attention span,
doing multiple images like this can help you stay focused instead of just like moving on to the next project right away without getting too bored. Just do it in a completely different way. If there's a specific painter that you like and you like their color palette, do it in their color palette. If there's a specific type of art you like Impressionism, try to do it in Impressionism. You get to make this what you want it to be.
It's your art.
It's your sketchbook. Nobody's gonna see it. You're not selling this online. This is just helping you figure out where you want to be and where you want to put your energy. For this last version of this, I wanted to just go wild with the colors. I didn't want to do anything realistic, setting aside that part of your brain that says that's not going to look good.
And just exploring.
Because when you're trying to find your style, you need to explore a lot and figure out what you like and what you don't like.
That's the ticket.
So once you have enough things to compare with each other, it's really easy to see what works and what doesn't work for your eye. When I was painting these, the second one, I really liked the skin and I liked the color palette of the first one, and I didn't really know how I felt about this last one, but when I completed them and put them side by side, I ended up liking this last one.
You will surprise yourself if you try this technique.
You may end up finding something that you didn't know you were doing consistently, and you can utilize that in your next pieces that will continue to follow you with your style, especially if you can see patterns in your work. And this will help you define your patterns, and that way you can recreate it and make yourself an art style. I hope this video provided you some value
and that you were able to figure out something about yourself or your art that
will help you on your artistic journey. This creative walk that you're on is a long one, so just
embrace it
and take each day as it comes and enjoy the process.
This is an art practice. It's never finished. So
if you don't like what you're making right now, in 6 months from now, you may love what you're making. You may surprise yourself. So don't give up.
Because it's hard.
it's definitely hard to get to the place where you like what you're making. I'm sure there's some people who start from the beginning and love it and they love everything that they've ever made, but I think you'll find if you talk to more people that it takes a while to kind of figure out your flow and your rhythm and what you like. I'll see you in the next one.
I've been watching you since the first day I came.